Sae Itoshi is a genius, not a prodigy. Allow me to explain. The majority of you believe I'm wrong, but after what I say, I'm going to change your mind on this. Sae Itoshi's talent isn't acquired, it's transcendent. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is Sae's dominance isn't shown as a product of grind or exposure alone. His genius is rooted in his innate understanding of the game. For example, his ability to control a match's tempo and anticipate plays 2 or 3 steps ahead is something no amount of training can instill. This reflects a genius-level intuition that separates him from hard-working learners like Isagi. Sae also sees the game on a higher plane compared to everyone else, at least in the U20 arc. Talented learners, like Isagi, often excel at mastering existing systems or techniques. Sae, on the other hand, is shown to think beyond the existing framework. His passing, for instance, isn't just precise, it's innovative. He precisely calculates angles, exploits spaces, and manipulates defenses in ways that even his opponents didn't see coming, especially in the U20 arc. This isn't the result of exposure to European football, it's the result of visionary genius who instinctively redefines what's possible on the field. And who does that sound like in the Neo-Egoist League right now? Oh, that's right, Rin! But hold on, I'm not done. Similar to Rin in the Neo-Egoist League, as he is considered a genius, Sae's evolution is self-driven, not environment-dependent. Let's get one thing abundantly clear. A talented learner thrives on their environment. Exposure to stronger opponents, better training, or high-pressure scenarios are essential to their development. While Sae benefits from playing in Europe, his rise to the top isn't depicted as being reliant on those factors. At least as it stands, not yet. We'll know for sure in the next arc or the arc after whenever Isagi works with Sae. His decision to move to Europe wasn't to learn new tricks or catch up. It was about seeking a challenge worthy of his genius. And Riel knew about his genius, that's why they called him there. His talent was already world class. Again, why Riel called him. His time in Europe just refined what he was already capable of. From a narrative standpoint, this shows that his growth isn't the result of external conditions, but an internal drive to push the limits of football itself. So please, stop using that argument. It doesn't hold up. Another point, to prove my point, Sae dictates the game. He's a creator, not a follower. A talented learner excels at adapting to different playstyles and incorporating them into their repertoire. Sae, on the other hand, isn't adapting to others, he's forcing them to adapt to him. A perfect example, once again, the U20 match. For example, Sae's presence on the team changes how a team operates. His vision and passing forces defenders to react preemptively, often opening up spaces elsewhere. His ability to dictate the flow of the game is a defining trait of a genius, as it requires not just technical skill, but a deep understanding of how to control and manipulate every variable on the field. And in the Neo-Egoist League, Ren was doing that for a while until Kaiser and Isagi teamed up together to take him on in order to overpower them. Another point, Sae's writing reflects genius-level isolation. From a writing standpoint, talented learners are often portrayed as reliable. They're the underdogs who work hard and overcome challenges. Sae, however, is written as a genius who exists on a different plane, leading to his isolation from others. But he worked with Shido, so your point is null and void. He didn't have to. If anything, Sae Itoshi wanted to prove that something that could not be handled could be handled. At the end of the day, he could have done all of it by himself if he wanted to. He just happened to find someone he could work well with, somebody who could think beyond everybody else. And to further prove that point, Sae's frustration with teammates isn't arrogance, it's the loneliness of someone whose mind operates too far ahead for others to keep up. This dynamic mirrors how geniuses are often alienated in narratives because their abilities and thought processes are too unique that they can't fully connect with those around them. This isolation highlights that Sae isn't just talented, he's fundamentally different. Who does that sound a lot like right now in the Neo-Egoist League? Starts with an R, ends with an N. It's almost like with those little points that I made, it sounds like he's a genius. And these are only a few of the 8 points that I have to basically shut down this entire argument. Conclusion: Sae Itoshi is a genius, not a talented learner. Why? Because his abilities and character go far beyond what hard work and exposure alone can achieve. Sae isn't just a skilled player who learns and grows. He's a visionary who redefines football itself, dictating the flow of games, challenging his peers, and elevating the narrative stakes of Blue Lock. While talented learners like Isagi rely on grit and adaptability, Sae operates on a different level. His genius isn't just about what he can do, it's about how he can change the game. That's why calling Sae a talented learner doesn't do justice to the complexity and brilliance of his character. So my point still stands. He is a genius.